I don't know about any of you, but I really struggle with just focusing on one project at a time. My interests shift where I'm at in my artistic journey or cycle, as I've heard some people put it, shifts. And it can be hard just devoting all of my time, or all of my free time rather, to just one thing. I tend to be a three works in project sort of person. I find that's my sweet spot. If I have three things, like one spinning project, one weaving project, one painting or sewing project, then I don't lose track of anything, but I also don't get bored. There's always something to do. But this last week was really chaotic. I know in the last the last series of videos rather, I showed you the process of one weaving project, but I thought for this one, I would rather take you along with me this week as I go day to day and see what comes up. So that's the goal for this one. I hope you end up liking it. But without further ado, let's get started. I've decided that for the most part, I just want to go with the flow this week. This past summer has been really busy and I just need a break. But I do have one sort of goal this week, and that is to get this weaving at least halfway done. I'm not sure if I'll get there, but I'm hoping that I can at least get it to that halfway mark. A friend of mine recently just moved into their own place and needed some decoration for their wall. Things were looking a little bit empty at the time, so I decided to try to help them make it look more like a home and make some weavings for them. This weaving here is part of a two-piece series. I've already finished the first one, and now we're working on the partner to it. The two pieces will be mirror images of each other for the most part, and the first one took me about a month to do from design to finished product. But I'm hoping that this one can go faster since I'm mostly just trying to mirror the other one with the same sorts of big elements, color schemes, and overall vibe. So hopefully we can actually make it to that halfway point by the end of the week, but ultimately we'll just see. I really want to just be in the moment with my art this week and see where it takes me. So I'm going to go ahead and keep getting started on this weaving, and I'll check back in with you in a little bit. So I spent quite a bit of time yesterday and finished all the setup. I have the foundational rows for this weaving done, as well as the tassels. And now I am going ahead and mapping out the bigger chunks of this weave. The idea for this weave is to be mostly neutrals with just a few controlled areas of color. And those controlled areas of color center around these big chunks of puffy, sort of like cloud-like weaving. So for this one, I decided to map everything out ahead of time as much as possible to prevent myself from getting too extra later down the line. I love adding small details and getting a little crazy, but that wasn't the vibe for this piece. This piece was aiming towards simplicity. So by mapping out everything ahead of time, it helps me kind of rein in or edit that desire to be extra later down the road. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my mapping, and we'll see how much we get done by the end of today. I'm feeling good about getting some work done, but we'll just see how it all goes. After 2 days of crafting, I realized that I'm actually really behind on my editing and other administrative tasks like answering emails and such. So, a lot of today is going to be focused more on the not so fun part of all of this and getting a little bit more organized, a little bit more set up so I can have more fun later. I do have an excursion planned for later on in the week, so it's really important to get caught up on all of this ahead of time so I don't have to stress about it later. So I'm going to go ahead and get some work done. Maybe we'll get some weaving done later this afternoon or evening. Hello, happy Wednesday. This is what the weaving's looking like so far. I've got most of the color blocked out for this piece. There won't be much color added on later. This is about it. Everything else will be different shades of white, so ivories, creams, and such, and a couple different textures. So the rest of this piece is mainly just going with the flow and filling in the spaces. All the decision making process is mostly done. Hopefully I can get a quarter of it done today. I mean, we're already at Wednesday and there's so much to do. So I'm gonna get back to work and I'll check in with you later. I can't believe it's already Friday and there's still so much work left to be done on that weaving. I didn't get any done yesterday. I was, well, a little bit too busy out having fun on a little bit of an adventure. So I think today I am going to focus my time working on the weaving for my friend, and we'll see if anything else catches my fancy as we go through the day. So I took a minute to take a break and looked up from my workspace and realized that I have made a crazy mess. I have yarn all mixed up on my table. There's also yarn bits all underneath my table. I have fluff here. There's fluff on the other side there, and I even have some across the room. I don't know why, I don't know how, it's just there. So I wanted to take a minute and remind all of you that while a lot of times in editing I do make things look nice, that art isn't always aesthetic, it's messy, and that's part of the fun of it. So let yourself be messy, let yourself enjoy it. It's finally Saturday, and I am so happy to say that I actually did get half of my main weaving done for this week. It was a little bit touchy there. I wasn't sure that I was actually going to be able to get it done, but I did. So now there's just a little bit more to go before I can finally give these 2 weavings to my friend. So as a little bit of a reward, I'm going to go ahead and take a break from weaving and finish up these pins that I started earlier. They're turning out so cute, and I can't wait to actually get the pin backs glued on them and use them in our wedding. So that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick little vlog, and I will see you all next time. Bye!